So we've been building up verbs starting from a base verb, no, and adding bits on to get different meanings. What was that base verb? I stay or I'm staying?
Meno.
Meno, very good. And we saw also we can change the endings of the verb to refer to different people. So meno, I stay or I'm staying. He stays, she stays, he is staying, she is staying, it is staying. How is that?
Many.
Many, very good. If we add an S to this gives us the version for you.
Menys.
Menys. Now this is the informal you. We have a formal and an informal you in Greek. This is the informal one, so the one you will use practicing Greek with your friends, for example. So we add an S to many and we get
Menys.
menys. So this is you. So if you want to say, where do you stay? Where do you live? How would it be? What was the word for where?
Pou.
Pou. Good. So where do you stay? Where do you live?
Pou menys.
Pou menys. Where are you waiting for me?
Pou perimenys.
Good. And how about the me there?
Pou me perimenys.
Very good. Pou me perimenys. Good. What was the word for why, or literally for what?
Yati.
Yati. Good. Why don't you wait for me?
Yati den me perimenys.
Very good. Yati δεν με περιμένεις. Very good. Why are you insisting? Why do you insist?
Yati epimenys.
Γιατί επιμένεις. Why don't you insist?
Yati den epimenys.
Good. Γιατί δεν επιμένεις. So we said that yati was formed of for what. So what again was the word for what?
Ti.
Ti. Good. What are you waiting for?
Ti perimenys.
Τι περιμένεις. Very good. We said that it's what are you awaiting. So this for, we're not translating it. No. Τι περιμένεις. What are you awaiting? Are you waiting for me? Are you waiting for me?
Me perimenys.
Good. Με περιμένεις. Aren't you waiting for me?
Den me perimenys.
Δεν με περιμένεις. Let's learn a new verb. The verb for I do or I make is κάνω, κάνω.
Kano.
Like K-A-N-O. And of course this is the O that's showing that it's I with the verbs, so it's going to look like that letter which is a W, the omega, or like a curved top hat when it's in capitals. I do or I make, or I'm doing or I'm making, κάνω.
Kano.
How would you say he does, he's doing, she does, she's doing, it does, it is doing, it is making?
Kani.
Κάνει. You do.
Kanis.
Κάνεις. Κάνεις. How would you say, what are you doing? You can think of why to find what.
For what? Ti. Yeah. Ti kanis.
Τι κάνεις. Very good. So this could mean, what are you doing? And it also means, how are you? This is used in Greek like, how are you? Τι κάνεις. Actually, you might have difficulties trying to make Greeks understand that you are asking, what are you doing? And not, how are you? When you say τι κάνεις, mostly people are going to understand, how are you? They're going to reply, καλά, mostly, well, καλά. But you might mean, what are you doing? What are you doing, τι κάνεις? And they will repeat to you, καλά. Maybe to make it clear, you mean, what are you doing? You might want to say something like, what are you doing now? The word for now is τώρα, τώρα, T-O-R-A.
Tora.
Good. So how would that be? What are you doing now?
Ti tora kanis.
Don't worry about Torah yet, because it will interfere beforehand. No? Worry about it when you get there. The first bit is, what are you doing?
Ti kanis.
Τι κάνεις. And now the word for now.
Tora.
Good. Τι κάνεις τώρα. So here we would understand, what are you up to now? Rather than, how are you now? It makes it a little clearer. How would you say, what is he doing? Or how is he?
Ti kani.
Τι κάνει. And if you want to make it clear, what is he doing? Maybe you will use again the word for now. What is he doing now?
Τι κάνει τώρα.
Τι κάνει τώρα. Again, what is I do or I make?
Kano.
Kano. Good. So we have kano for I do or I make. And we mentioned how we're not using the word for I. But of course, we do have a word for I in Greek, and you can use it if you like, maybe to be emphatic, for example. The word for I in Greek is ego. Ego.
Ego.
So we have a new sound here. It's like a soft G which hangs around in the throat. Ego. Ego.
Ego.
Good, perfect. Does it look like a word in English? If you imagine how it would be written, maybe.
Yeah, then it's ego.
Ego, of course. When in English we say you have a big ego, it means you have a big I. No? Ego. So you can use this to be emphatic. Maybe you want to say, I'm staying, not somebody else. So how would that be?
Ego meno.
Ego meno. Or meno ego. It's flexible. I'm waiting.
Ego perimeno.
Ego perimeno. Perimeno ego. I'm insisting. I'm the one that's insisting.
Ego epimeno.
Bravo. I saw that you had an initial worry about remembering the word, and
Okay.
then you said, okay, stay in control, look back at English, and you found it. Well done. Ego epimeno. I am insisting. I'm the one that's insisting. I'm not insisting.
Ego den epimeno.
Good. Ego first. Ego, then epimeno. Because ego is like something extra that we don't really need. It's like something you hook on right at the beginning or right at the end. Ego, then epimeno. Then epimeno ego. I know in Greek, I know is xero. Xero.
Xero.
You can think of this as K-S-E-R-O. No, xero. Now KS in Greek is one letter. The letter looks like a capital E with a little tail, or in capitals, it looks like 3 horizontal lines. This is one letter giving us X, the letter Xi, Xi. You don't need to worry about remembering these or anything. You don't need to know the names of the letters, of course, to speak Greek. But I will mention them as we go through the course, just in case you find yourself wanting to clarify what letter something is written with. Then it's good to know the letter names. And this way you will pick them up as we're discussing them. So this letter, Xi, is like the X in English. Only the X sound doesn't come at the beginning of a word in English. Xero, I know.
Xero.
I don't know.
Den xero.
Then xero. He knows or she knows.
Xeri.
Xeri, you know.
Xeris.
Xeris. Why don't you know? Why don't you know?
Yati den xeris.
Yati, then xeris. You know me.
Me xeris.
Very good. Me xeris, you know me. You don't know me.
Den me xeris.
Then me xeris. Good. I know. Let's put that emphasis for I. I know.
Ero.
Ego, ego. It's more like a gargling sound, but without the heavy friction. Ego, ego.
Ero.
Perfect.
Ero. Ero. Xero.
Ego xero.